Sup, bitches?
You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to yet another DVD collection update. To start off with, we have MTV's The Head, the complete series. This was the second standalone animated show that MTV did after Beavis and Butthead, so it was the second one overall after Beavis and Butthead being the first. And this was, for a while, Amazon had this as print on demand, but they don't do it anymore, so it's actually kind of rare to get a hold of this set anymore. I have not seen this show before, but I saw a review of it, got curious, and found it for a fairly reasonable price. Next up, we have Beyond the Mat, which is a wrestling documentary. I bought it because it's one that I have been meaning to get for a while. And then I saw some stuff about the match between The Rock and Mick Foley in this. So that kind of piqued my interest, so I, of course, had to buy it. There's the disc itself and the insert. Now, this next one is a bootleg tape of Dragon Ball GT. It's the Baby Saga, Volume 6. This one is not in a clamshell and doesn't have any company branding on it, so I don't think it's Hot Ramen, but it still could be, I suppose. But it doesn't have the clamshells and the branding that they usually have all over it. This one, the tape, is just a blank tape with a label on it. But there's the tape itself. Next up, we have Cutie Honey finally having a US release, so that's pretty cool. This was, of course, done by Discotech, because who else? It does have a slipcase, which is identical to the outer case. But there's the disc itself. Next up we have Max Mon Amour, which is that movie where the guy gets cucked by a chimpanzee. Mumkey actually did a review of this quite a while back for the first episode of the Monkey Box. But the most interesting thing about this is it's from the same director as Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, so what an interesting thing to jump from. And then next up we have Go Go Second Time Virgin, which was Takeshi's movie debut. As an actor, obviously. This is a pink film by Koji Wakamatsu, who also did Shinjuku Mad, which I also have. Now, from what I understand, Takeshi plays a rapist in this, but this was his film debut as an actor. Next up, we have Violence Jack Evil Town Part 1 on VHS. Now, this is the censored version, unfortunately, but I do have the uncut Blu-ray and DVD, so it doesn't really matter. I mainly have this for the collectability sense and for the cool case. Please rewind. Movies. Thank you. Warning, if this label is broken, you must purchase this video. And keeping up with Violence Jack, we have Hell's Wind. This is the uncut version. Rather than being done by Manga Entertainment, this one was done by Critical Mass. Still the Manga Entertainment dub, but Critical Mass is just one of the distributors that would do the 18+ stuff. That said, this one is in fact sealed, so I will not be opening it for the collectability's sake. And then we have New Cutie Honey Volume 4 on VHS. Again, also sealed, so once again not going to be opened. Obviously, I do have New Cutie Honey on DVD, so there's no worry about that. Then we have Devilman, the Demon Bird on VHS. Once again, it is also sealed, and it has this little sticker, Manga Man says, parental discretion advised. Which, shout out to Vintage Weeb, because that is his profile picture, and now I know the origin, so there you go. There's the spine, there's the bottom, back, and as I said, it is sealed, so we're not going to open it. This was, I think, resold at an FYE. They just slapped another sticker over the top of the wrap. Now for some games. First off, we have You Don't Know Jack the Ride, which is the 4th You Don't Know Jack game. This game is super nostalgic for me. I have actually done a stream of it already on the channel. I bought it because the old copy we had didn't have the first disc, because it was a burned copy. And I found the actual copy for fairly cheap, and yeah, couldn't play it on my computer before. Although, funny story, I installed it, played it for a while on stream, and now it wants me to install it again. It wants me to put in disc 1 to install it again. It's like, dude, I literally fucking installed it. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, it's a fun trivia game. Next up we have Beavis and Butthead Virtual Stupidity on PS1. Now this is the Japanese version, because the Japanese version is the only one that got a PS1 port. So unfortunately I can't understand a thing the characters are saying, because the game is dubbed into Japanese, which is funny to play. You know, hearing Beavis and Butthead talk in Japanese is funny. But I would say it probably detracts from the overall experience, obviously, as well. But nevertheless, I did stream it earlier today at the time of this recording, but God knows when this is going up. Next, we have a signed copy of Postal 4, signed by Vince Desi and Mike J., the two creators of Postal. And I obviously got the PS4 version. But there's the disc itself. I will be playing this once I finish Postal 3 and Paradise Lost. And next up we have Spec Ops: The Line, which I've heard a lot about, but I actually haven't, looked into because I've heard that there's a twist and I don't want to spoil it. But I have heard good things about this game, and that it starts out seeming like it's going to be a fairly generic shooter, but then becomes really unique. But there's the disc itself. There's an Xbox Live Gold trial if anyone wants to try it. I doubt it'll work. It's probably been used. Not to mention it's for 360 Live, but who knows? Maybe it'll work. Maybe somebody will get lucky and be able to use this on an Xbox One. But there's the manual. Also with Postal 4, they did give me their business cards as well as a sticker for the company Running with Scissors. Next up we have a book. This is A Father's Story by Lionel Dahmer. And as you may have guessed from this, it's a book by Jeffrey Dahmer's dad. Jeffrey Dahmer has always been one of the more fascinating serial killers to me, and reading something from his dad's perspective kind of intrigued me too, so I thought I'd pick it up. And for books, we have the Devilman novels. Here's the first volume. There's the back of it. These were illustrated by Go Nagai, but written by Go Nagai's brother. But these novels are actually what the OVA was based on. So rather than basing the OVA off the manga directly, it was based on these novelizations. And there are a total of 4 of these volumes. There's the back of that. And here's the 4th and final volume. I did do an unboxing of these as well. However, one thing I did not do is show what it looks like when you remove the slipcover. So there you go. Now you know what it looks like under the slipcover. Then we have La Blue Girl, the manga, Volume 1, 48 pages. So this is one of the shorter releases, where it was done as a comic. It also reads Western style, where you read from left to right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this DVD collection update. Sorry it took me so fucking long to get this one out there, but have a good one. Toodles.
I'm gonna fucking die here, Jack!